Welcome to In the Beginning Profiles of the Bible. Today we'll be covering Shem, son of Noah. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We hope you enjoy. Shem is a central figure in biblical history and plays a pretty significant role as one of the sons of Noah, as an ancestor of many nations and peoples mentioned throughout the scriptures. While Shem's story may not be extensively detailed as that of other biblical figures, his lineage and descendants have profound implications for the unfolding of the narrative of salvation of history, particularly within the context of God's covenantal promises and fulfillment of his redemptive plan. The biblical account of Shem begins in the book of Genesis in the aftermath of the Great Flood. Genesis 6 through 9 recounts the story of Noah and the ark, in which Noah, his wife, and three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives are preserved from the destruction of the floodwaters due to humanity's wickedness. After the floodwaters subsided, Noah and his family emerged from the ark, becoming the new human race. Genesis 9:18 through 27 provides an overview of Noah's sons and their descendants with a particular focus on the line of Shem. The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these people of the whole earth were dispersed. Noah began to be a man of the soil, and he planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and walked backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." Genesis 19:18 through 27. This passage shows the familial dynamics and relationships among Noah's sons, particularly the incident involving Ham's disrespectful behavior towards his father, and the subsequent blessings and curses pronounced by Noah upon his descendants. Shem, as the recipient of Noah's blessing, is honored by his father and designated as one through whom God's covenantal blessings and promises will be fulfilled. The significance of Shem's lineage becomes further apparent in the records provided in Genesis 10, often referred to as the Table of Nations. Genesis 10 outlines the descendants of Noah's sons and the various nations and peoples that arise from them. Shem's descendants are listed in Genesis 10:21 through 31. To Shem also, the father of all children of Eber, and the older brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad fathered Shelah, and Shelah fathered Eber. To Eber was born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in the days of the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan fathered Alamadad, and Sheleph, and Harzamaveth. Jerah, Hodoram, Uzal, Diklah, Obal, Ambiel, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. The territory in which they lived extended from Mesha in the direction of Sephir to the hill country of the east. Genesis 10:21 through 31. Among Shem's descendants stands one figure in particular, Arpachshad, the father of Shelah and the ancestor of Eber. Arpachshad's lineage leads directly to Terah, the father of Abraham, thus establishing the direct link of Shem's line and the covenantal promises given to Abraham and his descendants. The genealogical connection underscores the continuity of God's redemptive plan through history and highlights the foundational role of Shem and his descendants in the fulfillment of God's purposes. The narrative of Shem continues in the subsequent chapters of Genesis, particularly in the account of the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11:1 through 9. The people of the earth united in their desire to make a name for themselves and build a tower that reached to the heavens. United in their desire to make a name for themselves, they were dispersed and their languages confused by God and the result of their pride and disobedience. Shem, along with his descendants, plays a role in the dispersion of humanity and the establishment of various nations and languages. Shem's story reaches a culmination in the promises and blessings pronounced upon him by his father Noah in Genesis 9:26 through 27. This records Noah's blessing upon him. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. This blessing shows Shem is favored in the status of God and anticipates the significant role that his descendants will play in the unfolding narrative of salvation in history. Shem lineage serves as a conduit through which God's covenantal promises are transmitted, ultimately leading to the fulfillment of those promises in the person and work of Jesus Christ. The story of Shem in the book of Genesis provides valuable insights into the foundational role of the lineage in the unfolding story of salvation in history. As one of the sons of Noah, the recipient of his father's blessing, Shem occupies a central position in the genealogical records of Scripture and serves as an ancestor to many nations and peoples. Through Shem's descendants, God's covenantal promises are preserved and transmitted, culminating in a fulfillment of the promises in the person of Jesus Christ. Shem's story shows the continuity of God's redemptive plan throughout history and shows the significance of his lineage in the divine economy of salvation. This has been In the Beginning Profiles of the Bible. We've covered Shem today. We hope you enjoyed and have a great day.